welcome back to Final Fantasy 3 Pixel Remaster. Before we tackle the side content, we are going to get the final set of jobs, which I think you are actually not even required to get, to be honest. I've never done it myself, but there's no real big penalty other than losing out on the jobs. This is just a much harder Pinkatecary fight with the Titan. Like I said, just a bit tougher. It's the fourth and final crystal, yep. The mages. Magus, or Magus, or whatever you want to say, Devout, and the Summoner. And those will be the final set of jobs that we need. There are two more that are located in the game, but they're kind of late game dungeon stuff, and you'll have to like go through hell to go kind of get it. But essentially, it's just a better and stronger white mage and a better and stronger black mage. And then, of course, the summoner with the ability to summon the heavier icons of the game. And then this is where we're kind of left. Okay. So there's a couple things that we want to do now that we have all of that happening. We're going to tackle all of the side content that this game has to offer. So first things first, we want to go ahead and grab our Nautilus first. And then hopefully you didn't forget the stuff around here. You see, you can't really dive. There's this mountain range that you have to leap over that we couldn't get into previously. What other shit is there to do? Yeah. Alright. So the first thing I'm going to do is combine these videos, because I'm going to cut here and then it's going to look like probably a weird cut. But I'm going to have to upgrade these jobs real quick so that they're actually viable for the end game. So we're going to go ahead and kind of land it here. And there you go. Okay. And then when we come back to the job levels, these guys are going to be really high, so it's going to be a little bit of a grind to get it there, but we're going to do it. BRB. Alright, the levels are gained. We are up to 99 job level for the Magus, Devout, Black Belt, and Knight, all respectively. And now we set off to do some side questing. Hopefully we can get it all done in one shot, but I don't think that's going to happen. So first we're going to take care of the sunken cave. So we can get some pretty good upgrades here. Okay, before we just entered and we left because it was going to be too powerful for us to handle. Just come in here and start smashing them up. Every single one of these boxes is going to be a fight. And that one was pretty easy. Now we'll take care of the secret summons. This will be summons 6, 7, and 8. This place can be a little tough, so just be ready for it. I wish it went the other way. It's okay. Just fix that mistake by doing this, because these fights are really boring. Gotta invest that. Another golem. Now we're fixed. Senchos. Same idea here, going to be a bunch of different little fights. Easy dungeon. Now we got Odin. Just give him what you got, really. Nice. Summon Magic Catastro. I'll add that to your repertoire right there. So now you got the level 6 summon. I don't think this will actually teleport you back. Okay. I wasn't really sure about that one, so... Now we go back and get the other bigger ship. Take a rest here. Lake Door, this is how you enter Leviathan's cave. Gonna be a little bit tougher area, but not anything overly crazy. I don't like the animation for petrification because it takes too long. Leviathan. Perfect. Leviathan. Then one final one. Alright, Bahamut's Lair. It's going to be the harder of the optional dungeons. A lot of dragon flying enemies here. Pretty rare encounters too that you need to get for your bestiary entry. What are they on? They were on. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at Bahamut real quick. The only thing that can end you is his Mega Flare as usual. His weakness is wind, of course. Resistance to every fucking thing else, of course. Why not?
So you know how to get references?
Bahamut. So while I was leveling up, I put Lunith as a summoner as well, in case I wanted to run that type of build. So he'll be the one that inherits all the summons as magic. There you go. So if we ever want to cast things, we can totally do that now. You guys can have one more of the hard cookies each. Because they're the most broken. The hard cookies. Because they're all fucking broken now. Just one. You'll pop a trophy for level 50 for all characters. Quickest way to do that. The boosts do not, I keep saying it, but the boosts do not ruin your chances of getting trophies in these games. They're literally here so that the new, like, non-grinder type people want to enjoy these games. You know, they don't have to do what we used to do and take forever to get to a point. Which I really appreciate, too, at the same time. Because grinding those job levels was a lot faster than how I did it originally. Because you can only, like, so you'll have to wait like 5 turns, which is like the max you can get, and then you'll only increase your job level 1 time. So you have to do that 98 different times when you're getting a new job, trying to level all the way up. And the natural way isn't going to happen because you're probably going to destroy these enemies quicker than you think. And some of your characters won't even get turns off, like, in endgame. Bahamut's Lair is a very nice place to kind of grind around. What are you doing? Then I think if you actually come back to Kanan, a lot of these areas have little backtrack places you can go. That is everything explored except for a couple locations within the Crystal Tower. So now we kind of prep for the real true endgame. You want to save your gil though, because there's going to be NPCs that sell like the final spells and stuff like that at the end of these dungeons. I think it's pretty shit that they were locked away like that, but I get it at the same time, because we could have totally went through the Crystal Tower first and then handled, which in the 3D remake you're pretty much, you have to go through the Crystal Tower in order to get the final spells and upgrades and job classes, just so you could possibly take on a lot of that side content, because that stuff was not easy in that regard. And you do get like an extra dungeon. It's called like the Magnet side quest, which unlocks the Onion Knight job, and you get the Ultima weapon and a secret dungeon and all sorts of shit. So yeah, 3D Remake, I said, is the definitely top tier of the version of this game. But right now we're rocking pretty well. The Knight's a really boring class, but everyone else is doing pretty good. But we need a tank in the class, so you know. I'll head over here. I think you do get into battles while you're traveling in this stuff. Yep. I hope the master goes. Nope. Just make sure you made your final piece with all this before you enter. This dungeon is extremely long. This is one of the longest ever created in Final Fantasy history. And you have to go on this big-ass adventure with no breaks in between. Until a certain point, but... I think this version's on, you know, a little bit easier to deal with, but older version, no. I think I will show a few battles in here, but this place is really annoying, so we're not going to go too much in depth into this crap. Yeah, because you don't want to waste all your good spells either. I wonder why level 4 never has... It just doesn't have enough MP compared to the other ones. The way that they divided these up is terrible. It just makes you not want to like use any magic, but you know, whatever. So I guess we'll just cast our bullshit magics first, and then just kind of go from there. This is the fight I really wanted. These guys hit hard too, man. Yeah, I think that's a good stop point right there for for the encounters. So in this dungeon, you will encounter obviously some super fucking annoying enemies. And pretty much for the rest of the game. But we're at a high enough level to where like all these things aren't going to really matter. Like you just want a level for the bosses, to be honest. Solve that. Then you want Uni's clone, Thanatos. It's a headless warrior. The Bone Dragon we've already seen. King Behemoth. are the ones that you want to encounter inside of this little deal here. And then inside of the crystal tower, there's going to be a lot more. Your rare encounters are going to be the yellow dragon, green dragon, and red dragon. These only spawn in the crystal tower, but on certain floors. So there will be points where you have to kind of grind around on them. And their spawn rate is shit. It's a little bit easier to pull these guys than it is the War Mech and Iron Giant enemies from Final Fantasy 1 and 2. The yellow, green, and red dragons are very powerful though. And I mean, a level 85 with super high HP too. And they just do a lot of damage. They're resistance to pretty much everything, so your mage users are just, you know, garbage. Obviously, the higher dragon has the onion equipment, which is going to be like the best equipment in the game. That's why I said that the onion jobs are the strongest by far, but you need the associated equipment to kind of make that a reality. So if you want to sit around and grind dragons out, then get their equipment, which has a very low drop rate anyway, then be my guest, but it's extremely hard to do. So that'll be it for that. And then when we can come back and continue, we'll go through the Ancient's Maze. So that was all the optional side content completed and done for the Pixel Remaster. I do hope in the future, I don't know if they're ever going to do it, but they end up kind of adding DLC stuff for these Pixel Remasters. I don't think they're going to do it because these games have been out for a hot minute now. But there's a lot of content that they left behind that pretty much all versions of the games from 1 through 6 have a lot of optional things that could be done on the either GBA versions or the iPhone versions or whatever, but they left them out, and just for the sake of having like the true to form old style games kind of just revamped. But you know, we'll hold out hope and see what happens there. And if the rumored FF9 remake is going to get announced anytime soon, which it's not looking likely, but we'll see how that works out. Alright, thanks for watching, and next up is the Ancient's Maze and entry into the Crystal Tower.